Go fishing was the one that got it. Where's go fishing? Right here. Go fishing. Let's go. Go fishing. Some of these names. Go fishing. Oh, man. Well, thank you for the compliment, Crumps. Alright, let's go. Sicilian. I think I need a granola bar. I think that will have a wonderful impact on my voice. A good impact. Alright. Alright. I think I need to actually take an earlier than usual, like, 2-minute break and fuel up. Granola. Reach in. Reach right into that variety pack and see what comes out. Let's go. We are in open Sicilian land. And Sveshnikov Sicilian. You better know what you're doing. I don't know a whole lot about it. I've said it before. But if you're going to play e5, know what square is weakened. This one. Let's go. Pretty sure knight b8 is a move too. And need to be very timely. Now this is weird. What's going on with a3? What is it doing? Trying to get in b4? b4 could be played if b4 wanted to be played right away without the assistance of the a-pawn. I moved my knight here because I eventually want to play here. Do I kick this knight away? Notice the pawn structure and where there exists majorities. Right now, white has a majority on the queen side. 4 versus 3. And the exact opposite in favor of black on the king side. And that said, this c4 pawn will, or this c pawn will like to play to c4. But if I insert a6 now, the knight is kicked back to c3, which is making the expansion a bit more tricky to get in. So, having said that, I think a6 is a good start. Let me make sure this knight will be obstructing the c pawn, and only then run forward with my other stuff. And what other stuff is that? Knight f5, knight h4, knight g6. Okay. Well, knight f5, knight g6. Where do I want to go? One of these two. Do I want to do this? No. No, 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 no. I think I like this square. Right here. No, I think I like this square. Yeah. Okay. I invested quite a bit of time right there. Why did I finally say to myself, you know, I'm going to go to g6? It was to keep in mind that this f-pawn might be pushing soon. After a castle, striking at this lead pawn of mine. And well, let's go. Did my bishop really think he was going to go somewhere else? No. So I really shouldn't have thought for any amount of seconds really on that one. I don't know that there's a big difference between... I mean, just go with this right away, right? No flexibility. Whoa. Okay, now this is a little bit scary. My knight is going to get kicked around. A little scary here. This is also to stop bishop g5 and to kick my knight away. Well, to that I say, take that pawn. I don't know how good it is, but I'm going to give it a shot. Okay. Let's go. That pawn can be taken. Why'd I do that? It was just a clearance. I'm giving up a pawn so that my knight will have a decent square. I could play here, and bishop here is pretty much forced. Otherwise, I'm going to be playing there. Let's do this first. Now what? I was really fearful of h6. That really does compromise my kingside position. That h-pawn of white's could turn out to be a giant thorn. I don't want that. No thorns. Don't hit me with any thorns. Thank you, by the way, to Mr. Nerd Swagger on Twitter for being a continual retweeter, and this stream was no exception. So f5, knight g4. There are others, by the way, but that's the one that I just saw jumping in right now. How about just castle? And then this idea, f5, f4. Is there any rush with kicking this knight away? No. Let's go. Watch out for the tricky forks. Beware of the tricky forks. Oh, this knight has a good square. The knight is gonna. The bishop is hit. The king is gonna be in rough shape. The e file is open. That's an additional thing that happened. I cleared the e5 square, and now this right here. This right here. Let's go, rookie. Be scared. Be very scared. Fear the rook. Let's trade a little bit. Who's running away scared now? It's me. But for a good reason. I just want to get rid of these guys. If these guys go, this king is going to be shaking in his boots. Is he wearing boots? Anyhow, knight here. Let's get rid of this guy. Bishop f5 is a follow-up. If there's going to be queenside castle, and it seems like that would be pretty likely. Well, let's do this. I want to get here. Let's get central. Because this pawn might be pushing down here. And maybe I shouldn't have been so quick to do that. That was silly, because this bishop is so good. You know? Let's do this, since it's in a pin. Pin that bishop. And then pivot right here. My bishop is an idiot. Look at him on f8. What is he doing? Piece of garbage. Piece of garbage. Alright, let's get central here, knight. You know you want to get central. And as a follow-up, what do I want to do? This knight's going to be challenged immediately. Could feel it. Let's go here. My bishop should really do something else than sit right here and stare at his own pawn. And this pawn right here. What a future this guy has. What a lovely future. Oh, man. Let's go here. 25. Less than 25. I don't have a good position. We're castle on opposite sides. I'm looking to break through somehow. Kill the king is the plan. This guy I've officially devoted to just being a defensive piece. And I just dropped my b-pawn. What can you do? That's okay, though. I get play on the b-file if it's taken. Pawn push, I chop. Make sure the g-file does not open up. Whatever you do, don't let that open up. Hit that queen. Be scared. Be very scared right now. This bishop is an excellent defender. I want to trade queens. I'm fearful of getting beat up here. At less than 20, this is going to turn out to be a rat race. Let's take that. Let's just trade queens. Please, let's just trade queens. Please. Let the ladies come off here, please. I'm down 2 pawns, and these pawns are menacing. Okay. The best friend right here. That's all I have is my best friend right here. Time. That's it. Kill a bishop. Come over here. Why'd I do that? Let's try this. This is bad. This is so bad. Take that pawn. Oh, mouse slippers. Mouse slippers everywhere. They're going to take my bishop? They shouldn't have taken my bishop. It's much too easy to pre-move now. Everything is locked up over here. Can make a million moves if you're accurate with your mouse, and my mouse isn't the most accurate thing around. Not the most accurate. Watch out for tricky stalemates. Oh, Go Fish is down on time, but Go Fish beat me up in every way except in the clock. Oh, man. Let's go back over this one, because I'm really questioning now what. Immediately after this game, actually during the game, I was already thinking, wow, my decision to play my knight to g6, not so sure about that one anymore. So I'm immediately drawn to that position, in other words. So let's flip the board and look from White's perspective here. Sveshnikov, open Sicilian. Now what? A3. Okay, I did not have a good game here. Or my opponent outplayed me. That's how I should state it. Quit making excuses. I was outplayed here. But I still think that A3 is not right. Now, moves that I have seen here, and I think the ones that are more common, are C3 or C4. And I think it's C4. Just getting the majority going a little bit more, and allowing for the queen to come out to A4 with really annoying possibilities. For example, this is a... I don't know how familiar you are with this particular line, but know this much: if you're playing the black side, and your opponent goes for this, let's say you're playing the Sveshnikov, and there is this knight d5 move, you pretty much have to take, otherwise you're dead. C7 is going to kill you. Chop chop. Now, if you play the knight here and then C4 is played, keep in mind the following: if you play A6, you're, I think, losing. And how tempting a move would that be? After C4, how many of you on the black side would maybe say, you know what, I want to get that knight out of here, let's play A6? Not so fast, though, because the queen comes out to A4, pins the pawn to the rook, and threatens a deadly discovered check mate. That would be a discovered checkmate threat. Knight here, taking the pawn, or here. And if the queen plays to D7, there's knight C7. Check, the queen is pinned. King D8, trade queens, the rook falls. Game over. Be aware of this, in other words, that if C4 were played here, A6 is no good. However, after A3, A6 is playable. By the way, I'm able to speak about this because I've experienced it firsthand, and I had to deal with the queen A4 move, and there was just no good solution. So I had to fall flat on my face, and, you know, first-hand experience is what I'm getting at. So anyhow, right here, I think I should do something different with this guy right here. What a life he has, huh? Knight G6, I like this idea. G3, H4, kicking him around. How about this? I think Knight F5 is maybe better. Knight F5, maybe I could play to D4 one day. I'm not having to worry about getting kicked around with this H-pawn getting thrown down here. So I think that this is maybe an improvement. And I guess I allow for maybe myself to fianchetto the bishop still. If I'm playing to G6, that's totally out the window. Can forget about fianchettoing the bishop if the knight is going to be going to G6. So I think that this is another one I'd be testing out, in other words, the F5 square. And I'm really scared here. I don't want to play this because of bishop to E2, and I'm just dropping this pawn. And what else is there? I didn't want to go in reverse here. This is very annoying. My opponent played a very good game. Getting their pieces out, kicking my knight away. This bishop is wonderful. This bishop is the king. And right here, another good decision. A decision to not trade pieces. Recognizing what? Recognizing that white has a space advantage and things are so much more difficult for me if there's more pieces on the board. I don't like this bishop. What is he going to do? If this rook wants to c, I have to tuck my bishop back. That's what I ended up doing. This was a really good move. I like this. It shows a good understanding of the position. Knight c3. Queen up. You're castled. Everything is wonderful. You push these pawns well, and I simply shouldn't have won. It was just a time thing, right? Just be cautious of grabbing that pawn. It works out to be okay, but know that you could be in some trouble there. Maybe if you're not accurate. In fact, why not just move forward with your own pawn advances? Who cares about the b pawn? Just push here. I guess there's this. And then, okay, well, I guess I could see either way. But anyhow, I liked the decisions that were made. I really did. The knight c3 move in particular. And this g3 h4 idea. Very nice. Okay. My opponent says, thank you so much. You are welcome. Good game.